Welcome back. This is Billy with Coach Dooley's List. And once again, if you're enjoying these coaching videos, please like and subscribe to the YouTube page and follow along on all of our social media platforms. Today, I have the pleasure of being here at Lumpkin County High School, head football coach Heath Webb. And Coach, thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would just jump right into it. I know you're busy. It's the middle of the season, so I definitely appreciate you taking the time. But just tell everybody about your coaching journey and how you ended up here at Lumpkin.
Yeah, so actually I was here at Lumpkin in 2006, many years ago, and loved my stay here. Knew that I needed to kind of get out and go do my own thing and become a head coach. And I was an assistant here before, and went and started the program at North Paulding in 2007. From there, I went to Winder to Gainesville, and then this job came back open, and my wife and I, who my wife is from here, she's a Dahlonega Nugget, and we had always said we wanted to end up, by the time our career was over, we wanted to end up back in Dahlonega. So the opportunity to come back here was something we just couldn't pass up, and hope to be right here for the duration of the career at this point.
Well, as being here today and getting to know the coaches, there's so many good things. I mean, when you're in the mountains, obviously Dahlonega is great. There's so many great people here too. Makes it an easy place to work, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubt. The coaching staff together, we all work together really well. No egos, just a bunch of good people that just want to do a great job, and it makes it a great place to work.
I love that. And, so being in a couple of different places, starting a program and all, and then coming back kind of home, everybody kind of builds their ideas about what they want their program to be known for. So what is it you want your football program to be known for?
Class and toughness. That's what we want to be. We want our opponents to feel that they've played us the night before, but at the same time, we want to represent with high character, high class. We feel like if we do those two things, then we're building a good program.
I love that. And, being in a couple places again and coming back here, you've got all kinds of coaching stories. They could be on the field, off the field. So what's one of your favorite coaching stories from over the years?
Starting the program at North Paulding was an adventure. So we actually opened the school a year before it was supposed to be open.
Oh, wow.
So that first year, we're a wing of the middle school. That was currently there while the high school building was being built. We didn't have a practice field. We didn't have a locker room. We used a single wide trailer as a locker room.
They said you're playing football.
Yeah, we're playing football, and we had to bus to an elementary school for a practice field. And then we kind of painted a quarter of a field or 3/4 of a field, as much as we could get on that elementary school playground. And in the right corner of the end zone was a jungle gym, so you couldn't throw corner routes into the right corner because you were going to send a kid into a jungle gym. So that it was an adventure. Just getting through that process and just trial by fire. First time head coach at that point in time too. There was a lot of things that happened during that year that was just really funny. We played our first 18 games on the road while the stadium was under construction. So it was a ride. It was wild, but it was fun, and we had a great time with it. And just the playground practice days were probably the best.
Now, I always ask, every school does it differently, especially with football. Now, I went to Collins Hill the very first year it opened, and we played a hybrid JV varsity schedule. Did y'all jump into a region schedule, or how did y'all do it?
So the first year we opened was just freshmen. Okay. And so we added one class per year. So we didn't have a full school until year 4.
Oh, see, not everybody does that.
Yes, yeah. It was. And so the first year with just freshmen, we played JV.
Gotcha.
Played 10 JV games. 2008, we had just 9th and 10th graders and played a non-region varsity schedule that year. That was challenging as well. I still contend the best coaching job that I've ever been a part of. We went 2-8 that year with 9th and 10th graders playing a varsity schedule, and those 2 wins were awesome. That was super rewarding just to even think about winning a ball game. We went into some games where our goal was to force a punt. And there were some funny moments too, because we'd be down 35-0 in the third quarter, and we would finally force a punt, and our sideline would erupt.
Bonkers.
And people were like, "What are they doing?" Like, we accomplished our goal for the night, So it was interesting. It was fun, and but by year 4 we had a winning record, so it was cool.
I love that, and this too. You have to find the little things, and you find joy in them, and get your kids fired up, because in building, it's hard, and this, and all your years doing it, your best coaching jobs are not always the best record that you have. Sometimes it's the ones that struggle, that the season nobody's ever going to talk about.
Yeah, no doubt, and that was definitely one of those years. I do feel like when you don't have the most talented group. Those are years that you work the hardest and try to come up with everything you could come up with to try to move the football or score a touchdown. And when you do, those are rewarding. So, I traditionally I've taken jobs that have not been in good places and try to make them better. And so I've been through a lot of those and a lot of rebuilds and whatever you want to call them. And it's been rewarding.
No, I love that. Those are the best stories. So, if you did have a coaching colleague or maybe a former player or anybody that ever came to you and said, "Coach, I think I want to be a head football coach one day," what piece of advice would you give them?
I think study under a mentor who understands the full scope of everything. I became a head coach at 30 years old, and I didn't know it. You never know. You never know until you're actually in that seat. But at 30 years old, I don't know that I had enough experience to do it and do it right. In hindsight, I probably could have, gone to a very established program and learned under a veteran head coach for a little while longer. I think that's important. I think the patience to learn properly before taking a job, because for me, it's been trial by fire, because I did accept a head coaching job so young. That'd be my advice is find a mentor and find a program to learn in.
No, great advice for sure. Now, something I didn't tell you was going to do this. It's rapid fire. Okay. I'm going to shoot some questions at you. Just answer. You don't have to give any context with it.
Okay.
Totally random stuff. So first one, I love traveling, going doing these videos, and I love to eat when I'm out of town. Where's the best place to eat in Lumpkin County?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's so many good restaurants. You go to the square and just point in a direction, and you're going to hit a good one.
If you had a date night, where are we going?
Underground.
Not us, you and your wife.
Underground. We're going to Underground.
Okay. I hadn't heard that one. We'll get that one. If you had a pregame hype song, what would it be?
Oh, good one. I'll go back to, I guess, probably my day, Thunderstruck.
Ooh, good one for sure. A little AC/DC. Who's the best coach you've ever coached against?
Man, that's a tough one. Golly. I think I know he went from Valdosta to Woodstock. Was the head coach at Valdosta. I can't remember. But the name is completely escaping me.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
But the job that they did with multiplicity of defenses and multiplicity of offenses was impossible to prepare for. That name's going to drive me crazy now.
That's all right. We'll do it. I'll come back and add it in. But I love that you think about it from actual on the field.
Yes.
Some people, and this question's different for everybody, but you remember on the field going, we had fits with that person.
We had fits with him, yes.
So mine blocked them out.
Yeah.
What's your pregame ritual now?
My pregame ritual is I got a spot in the corner over there, and so I've got my desk here in this meeting room, and I eat my pregame meal there. After our defensive walkthrough, I take a nap, I take a nap in our little indoor facility, and I just lay out in the turf and take a little nap, and then. About 5:30, head down to the field house, get dressed. But that's definitely the routine.
That's impressive. I don't know that I could go to sleep before a game. Even and I know how late Friday nights can be, and all the prep and everything during the season. So that's awesome. Who's the best player you ever coached against?
Brian Randolph at Kell was very good. That's probably the answer because he did so much. He was a running back. He was a safety, kick returner, punt returner. The guy was everywhere. He very rarely came off the field. He was a very good player.
Love it. Yeah, the big idea behind Coach Dooley's list on the website is trying to hook coaches up with vendors, try to make their life a little bit easier. You especially with football, and I know your booster club probably does a lot, but being kind of the CEO of things as well, you deal with a lot of vendors. So who's a vendor that you've just really enjoyed working with that you would shout out to other coaches?
Clay Killingsworth at Baker Sporting Goods. And so Clay was actually my defensive coordinator at that North Paulding job when we first went there. So he stepped out on a limb to go with me to North Paulding and helped me start that program. And both of us were young coaches at the time. And so I appreciate his loyalty to the fact that he was willing to jump in there and help me with that. And then he's since gone, obviously, into the sporting goods world and has been great for me ever since.
Well, the reps, and no offense to the ones that weren't, but the ones who have been in it and coached a lot of times understand a little bit better about, the timeliness of things and getting it going. So that's really, really cool. So, well, listen, Coach, especially in the middle of the season, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah.